Hello, ladies. Okay, so this is like really makes me happy tonight that I'm actually think that I'm on live. I believe I am. So you may have noticed, maybe you haven't noticed, but the last week and a half, I have not been on here doing Tuesday tips and tools and Thursday thoughts. And that is because honestly, we keep it real here, right? But I actually have 10 house guests right now in my house, and there is not a spare place in here. But the thing is everybody's using Wi-Fi, right? The kids all have, there's like three game systems, all the TVs, everybody's on their phone, their computers, and I have not been able to get a good signal. Ooh, here, got these natural curls going on today. So I have not been able to get a signal. And every time I try to go on, it keeps booting me off. So hopefully this works out tonight because I told everybody to like calm down on all their electronics so I can get through a live with you guys because I haven't been able to see you guys. So without further ado, I think that we should go ahead and get this started.
I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free.
Okay, hey, all right. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday Thoughts today with Deanna, and I am your host, Deanna Katsadas. I love helping women up their game on social media using Facebook and new social modern selling techniques to sell more and recruit more. Tonight, we are going to be talking about one of the most important, if not the most important thing that you can do in your business, and that is follow up. And I don't care what kind of business you're in, the fortune is in the follow up. That's what we are talking about tonight. All right, so there are a few different things to consider on how to follow up with your customers. And what we're going to be talking about tonight actually is how to take somebody that's not a customer yet, that's in a cold market, and bring them into a warm market that they ultimately and eventually become a customer. How do you follow up with that? How do you make that happen? That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Is who might be in your target market that you can turn into a customer and how to follow up with that. Okay, so if you are ever wondering, like, what do I do when somebody comments on my post? What do I do if somebody likes my post? What do I do if somebody comments on my reel or my story? And right? Like you become like a little paralyzed. We're going to talk about that tonight. And this actually was from somebody in my group today had put this as a question. I just thought it was a really great topic to talk about. So if you're on live, if you could go ahead and say hello. Hi, Bethany, but say hello so that I know that you're on live. And what I want you to do to let me know that you're on live or watch the replays, just answer this question. Have you ever like froze and not know what to do when it comes to answering people on Facebook? Okay. So what am I talking about? So what I'm talking about is the people that see your posts, your lives, your stories, your reels, and they comment and they like it, right? Like, what do you do with these people? The thing is that you have to build a relationship with them, right? And you don't have one yet with them. So how do you do that? How do you build a relationship with these people? You want to turn them into a customer, but you don't want to be the spammy Tammy that is just right away throwing that sales pitch or that join my team pitch, right? Yeah, Bethany says I can do it, but it's a little awkward. And it can be a little awkward. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to try to take the awkward out of that for you tonight in this quick little Thursday Thoughts episode. Okay. So how do you follow up with those people that like and comment on all of your social media stuff? Well, first of all, you have to remember what I teach you guys what I teach the students in the academy, what I always am talking about when I'm coming on here live and talking to you guys is is that you always emphasizing that you definitely do not want to just be your first contact reaching out to somebody with a sales pitch, right? In either business or products, either way. Like you never want that to be your first contact with somebody. Do you agree? If you agree, say yes. I agree with that. If you are doing that right now, listen. Okay. So you don't have any kind of relationship with these people yet, right? These are new people, and you need to find a way to break that coldness, right? You got to turn them into the warm market. All right. I mean, that's just creepy. That's just creepy when you get messages like that, right? Do you agree? Raise your hand if you agree. It is just creepy when you get messages out of the blue from people that you don't even know and you're not even sure how they got on your Facebook feed, right? Or your Instagram feed. Or why they're even messaging you. That's just kind of creepy. And it doesn't work in today's modern social selling time. It just doesn't work. That's old ways of doing things, but it does not work today. So, yeah, I run exactly, Bethany. Exactly. So people want to buy from somebody that they have a connection with, right? We talk about this all the time. You need to make a connection. You need to be your authentic self. And that's who people will relate to, right? Some kind of feeling that they get from you or get from seeing your stuff, something that connects you to them. That's how you start to build a relationship. They're connected to you in some way, some kind of feeling in some way or something. And that's the thing that draws them to you and ultimately to buy from you. All right. So, how do you create that? How do you create that? Well, by being authentic and actually replying to the comments and the likes as a real person. All right. As a real person who's having a conversation, not just a sales pitch, right? You're going to tell them and talk to them like they're actually real, like they're actually somebody that you want to get to know more about, that you want to bring into your world, right? And so when you're seeing somebody who comments or likes your post, then what I suggest that you do is if you think they're kind of in your target market, look at their profile. If it's somebody new and somebody you don't know, but you're like, hey, I think she's kind of cool. Look at her profile. Who is she? Is she your target market? Isn't she in your target niche? Does she have problems that you could solve that you can tell right away? Right? This would be somebody that you would want to get to know, right? Like you think she's pretty cool, right? See what they're all about. Like, are they somebody that you think that can benefit from your product or your service that you're selling, right? Are they your niche demographic? We talk about that a lot, how to develop your niche, because when you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So we have to hone that in. Are they in your niche demographic? Are they your ideal avatar of the person that you want to be your customer for your business? These are things that you need to be asking yourself, right? If they are, and you think they're kind of cool, then you need to comment and return the favor and comment on their social media. It's that simple. You need to comment and post. Hi, Tracy. You need to comment and post on their feed as well, just like they did yours, right? Um, and that brings you in front of them. That brings you in front of them as well as their stuff is going to be in front of you. And so you're going to learn about each other more, whether you like it or not, because as soon as you comment, like, or post on somebody else's stuff, guess what? They're up in the top of your newsfeed. You're going to start seeing their stuff. So you're both going to start seeing each other's stuff. And guess what? That's going to develop that connection, that thing that draws them to you, draws you to them. You're acting like real human beings, right? This is what's going to attract them to you. You know what it's called? Brand recognition. Attraction marketing. This is what we talk about all the time. It's so stinking simple. If you're in this business just to get people on a quick buy and that's it, then you know what, direct sales isn't for you. And honestly, it's really not ever going to be successful and blow up for you, right? It is supposed to be about relationships, authentic, real relationships. And if you see somebody that's really not your target audience, why would you want to waste their time and yours, right? So if you see somebody that's really super cool and you're like, I think she's a cool chick, you know, get to know her. Take the time to get to know her. That is going to be your best line of getting people to buy your products, believe it or not, is taking that time on the front end on making that connection and making that relationship. And sorry, you might see people walking around, like I said, house full of people, like 10 people in here. Like I'm literally sitting outside. So hold on one second. You know, this is live. We keep it real, right? Okay. So when the time presents itself after you're actually talking to them like they're a human being, right? And when the time presents itself, that is when you introduce, you can introduce your business to them, whether it's a product or a service. Maybe you have like a new product release or a new tutorial you can invite them to, or a new course or a workshop or whatever it is that you do. Then would be a time to invite them somehow to what you're offering, right? And it's you're not a cold person anymore. They're not, when you ask them then in a nonchalant way, it is not like some spammy tammy, hey girl, you don't know me but message then. They have gotten to know you a little bit. You're in their newsfeed. They're seeing what's going on. They're seeing what you're about. And you know what? At that point, if she's like, no, it's really not for me, it's totally okay. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with the people that are not your people. It's okay. Let them move on. Continue thinking she's a cool person and connecting. Maybe somewhere down the line she'll change her mind, right? But that's how it needs to be done. You've made them then from a cold market to a warm market, and that can continue building the relationship and the engaging with them. In the academy, we have a very distinct blueprint that maps this out for you from start to finish on taking cold new people every single month and turning them into a warm market. And by doing this, you're growing your audience and having the new people every single month, leads coming in. And you can message me if you are like desperately in need of help in that aspect of it. You can message me and we can talk about that, and I can give you some details about what that program is about. But for now, I just want you to think of and treat people that you're meeting on social media as human beings. And understand that they just won't all be your humans, and that's okay. All right. It's that cliche saying that you hear all the time, and you're like, what the heck does that mean? When you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Why would you want to continue talking to somebody that's not your person? Right? Not that you don't care anymore, not that you're not going to continue being cordial and building a relationship, but you can't get upset if they tell you no, right? Because they're just not your human, and that's totally okay. All right. I hope this has helped you a little bit tonight on getting past that awkwardness of what do I do when somebody likes? What do I do when somebody comments? Girl, just see if there's somebody you want in your world. See if there's somebody you want in your circle. If you think they're cool, if you think you can help them, then you're going to bring them in, and you're going to bring them in by doing the same thing, commenting, being authentic, talking to them like they're a person, not like you're just a sales robot, right? You're going to see their stuff. They're going to see your stuff. You guys are going to become a warm market then, no longer cold market. That is the best advice that I can give you right now. There's a whole lot more that you could be doing, and we didn't even touch on what do you do and how do you follow up with customers, right? But that's a whole nother lesson, and we'll be doing that kind of in the future sometime. Ooh, I almost gave it away because ladies, I have this like huge secret that I've been trying to keep my mouth shut, and I'm trying to hold it in for as long as I can. but it's just a way for you to up your game in your social media engagement, and how your social media posting can attract people and get things going to build them relationships, to get them people in there, and creating the correct content to do it. Because I know that's what a lot of you are asking all the time. Like, I don't know what to post. I don't know how to start engagement. I don't know how to get people even commenting or liking my stuff, right? So if that's you, just know I got something really, really, really super awesome that's coming next week, if I can keep the lid on it until then. Details are coming really soon about that. So excited. I almost want to give it away now, but I won't. But just know that right in the comments right now, if you're on live or if you're watching the replay, I want you to finish this by letting me know, would having the content that you need to create the engagement, to create the like, no trust, to build the relationship, to create the cold market from the warm market to the warm market, to do exactly what we talked about today, to get a warm market that you can create more sales, would that be helpful to you if you didn't have to even think about it? If you knew exactly what to post and actually had it? Let me know in the comments if that's helpful, right? Helpful, right? Yes, it would be helpful. Let me know in the comments, all right? And I'll be making a big announcement about that last or next week. Tracy goes, oh, well, yeah. Well, of course, right? Like, but I'm serious, want you guys getting up on this holiday selling stuff, because the holidays are coming and they're going to be upon you before you even know it. Like, and you need to have a plan for your holiday sales. And if you are I don't even know where to start, this is going to help you with that as well. So super excited about that. We'll be talking about that next week. So keep that in mind. And if you are having any more problems about how to create that relationship, just go back through and watch this again and listen again, and maybe more will sink in. But it's all about just creating that relationship. Attraction marketing and branding is just really where it's at, and that's going to do it for you. And I am so happy to be back tonight. Hopefully, I made it through the whole live without getting cut off. And I will see you guys in here next week for sure, back in my own environment in my office. I don't even have my office right now, ladies. I'm kicked out of my own office. But I will see you guys back in here on Tuesday. And as always, in the Women Entrepreneurs group, if you're watching from that group, make sure you can always put questions in here. I was so happy to get that question today about people that liking and commenting, because I thought it was so very important. And I just made a great Thursday thoughts tonight. But I will see you guys in here on Tuesday. And you guys have a great, it's Thursday. It's almost the weekend, right? And, message me. Say hello sometime. All right. I will talk to you guys really soon. Good night.